jumping right into the next review for the Guardians of the Galaxy wave. We do got Rocket Raccoon here today. Once again in the matching uniforms with his giant gun. Without further ado, let's go and jump into this review. Go ahead and move Rocket to the right a little bit. We are going to be going ahead and putting the poster right here on the left side, showing Rocket in the outfit. Overall, I think this Rocket design is amazing. I like how he looks in it. I think it's one of the best figure ones that we've had of Rocket Raccoon. Without further ado, let's go and jump into it, take a close look at the figure, and check out how it does look. Alrighty, bringing Rocket closer. This is the most articulate I've seen a Rocket figure being overall. As you can see, he can go ahead and he has more articulation and more joints than we've seen in the previous ones, but we'll get that into that in just a moment when we do the articulation. As you can see, he does have the matching blue and the symbol with the red around as well. He does have his tail. The head sculpt doesn't look all that much like Rocket. I do know we've had two previous versions. I'll show the volume 1 here, which that didn't really look like how he did in the movie and had very limited articulation. And I'll put the volume 2 version over here on this side, and I think that one looked pretty well. I think it looked good, and I thought it was an amazing Rocket figure. I do have this one, but I couldn't find where I had put him in order for this review. But as you can see, they are roughly around the same height. I can go ahead and say, but this Rocket has a lot more articulation than the other ones. Let's go ahead and jump into the articulation, and we'll break that down for you. To go and get into accessories for the Rocket, he does come with just his blaster. I do believe we've seen it before, but this one is all black. It is a little tricky to get him to hold it at times, but I found a way for him to hold it, and I just have him posed with it. Overall, I do like the gun. I think it looks great for him. I think it's overall really good, but this is the only accessory that he does come with. No interchangeable heads or anything like that, which I think would have been cool to get an interchangeable head of him like yelling or something. But unfortunately, this was the only one that you do go ahead and get with the Rocket. I know he comes with the biggest builder figure piece. He comes with the Cosmo's body, which I'm going to go ahead and get into Cosmo and do a whole review of him later. But yes, that's what you do go and get with this Rocky when it does come to his accessories and just the figure overall. Jumping right into the articulation with the Rocket, he can go and look up that far, look down not at all. With his arms, you can get him to move it out that far, and he does have a single jointed elbow, which I think works great with these smaller figures. You can go and move his hand a little bit, not too much, with the waist and everything. Move these arms up. You can go and get crunch forward that much, crunch it back about that far, which is pretty good for a small figure. With his legs, you can go ahead and get him kicking out right there. He does have the thigh cut. He has a single jointed knee, and then he does have you can go ahead and tilt out that far, pull it back, and he does have ankle pivot. With his tail as well, we can go ahead and take a look into it. Let's put his arms down. You can go ahead and move his tail up that far, move it down that far. It does just pop out sometimes. I have seen to, like, say if you want the tail like this, I use it kind of to hold him up, whenever I have him standing. I have seen some people pose him with his tail up, which I think that looks great as well. But I have seen to where it's a little harder to get him standing without his tail as support, as I do use from whenever I pose him. To go and do a size comparison of the three, we do have Rocket with Drax and Star-Lord, showing the size difference. Overall, I think this is a great size difference between the three of them, showing off the size difference with the matching uniforms. I do like the size difference between all three of them. I think it does look great, and they all look amazing with the matching outfits. To go and put my final thoughts on this Rocket, I think it is an amazing figure. It is, I don't think it's worth the $25 point for just this figure and the Build-A-Figure piece, but overall I think it is a good figure. I would have priced him probably around the $10-15 for what we did go and get with the Rocket. But I'm glad to see that they are giving more love to the actual smaller figures, with the details in the back. From like the tail, they could have, cheaped out, but they still did it pretty well. With the articulation with the smaller ones, I do know it's a little bit harder to do some articulation with these smaller bodies, but Overall, I think they did really good with the rocket. I think it's really amazing. If you know, the heads are not that hard to pop off, so if you ever wanted to like do a smaller customization for this figure, you can go ahead and do so. Popping the head back on is pretty easy as well. Just go and do it like that. Overall, this rocket was a good figure. I do like it. I can't wait to see the movie, see how it is, how it goes. I am a little scared. I don't think Rocket's making it out of this movie, but hopefully I am wrong. We have him for a couple more years. You know, with the Guardians, if it's a same Guardians group, a new Guardians group, or even just him going on his own, doing his own solo thing, or him retiring, I just kind of don't want to see Rocket die. But once again, I want to thank you for watching these videos. If you like, please like, subscribe, and follow me. And you know, of course, if you watch the end of the video, I do very much appreciate it. And you guys have yourself a wonderful day.